Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Homelessness Doesn't Have a Face. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed, shared, and also commented, and everyone that comes back and watching, and even to those that take it a step further to reach out to me personally. I really appreciate that. This week, as I promised you, I'm sorry, I know I did apologize that I couldn't upload last week on Friday, and this makes it our fourth video, and I'm only uploading it today. And just to let you know, from this Friday again, I'm gonna upload as I usually did every Friday by 8 o'clock in the morning, so that we don't lose the momentum and the consistency and the routine that I introduced you to. So as I promised you last week, that I'll be talking about on the question about God and questioning him as to why did he allow so much to happen in my life. Where was he with everything that was going on, so with all these questions that I had, that I will unpack, so let's get right into it. When I woke up in the morning at the hospital, because I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh, God came out and this, like, I didn't know of God. I knew of God. I used to go to church. My mother used to take me with her to church. So I knew about God. I went to church every now and then. When this event happened and I was in hospital, I remembered church. When I had woken up, I had remembered church, and it just gave me this sense of peace. It gave me this sense of come back, because I was like, I'm here now. I tried to kill myself and it almost happened, and there's this voice that's just like saying, come back, and for the longest time I was questioning, why now? Why not before? Why did I have to go through so much again for me to get to this point to where I am now? I'm just a child. And that happened, and when I left the hospital, I remember the first Sunday, because my mother had received the news from the children's home that I tried to kill myself. So she had come on that Sunday, she collected me, and then we went to church. And I remember when I was there in church, I sat at the back. I didn't want to sit with her. I was like, we're not going together, but we were going together, but I don't want to be like, we're going together. So I was sitting right at the back, at the very last row. I was there. I was slouching. The pastor was preaching, and I was questioning myself, why am I even here? Why am I here? But I was there. I wanted to go, but when I was there, I asked myself, why am I here? And then he kept on preaching, and I could have some sense of peace inside of me, and I didn't understand it. And I wanted to understand, why is it that I'm just having this kind of peace inside of me? And I wanted to understand. And I remember the words he spoke. He said, maybe you find yourself in a situation whereby you're questioning God as to why you, and here you are questioning. I remember that as if it was yesterday, because I was at the back and it was like so fresh. So the service ended, and the youth things that go on, church youth activities, and I was invited to join. I was like, I don't want to go with my mother, so let me just sit here and let her leave, and then she can give me money and I can go back by myself. And that's what had happened. I stayed behind, and I was not very active as well that day. I just wanted to be left behind and not go with my mother, because I had so many anger issues at that time. I was angry at her. I was very furious with her, and I didn't get why now all of a sudden she's acting like, oh, I am here, I'm your mom, and I'm here to rescue you. I don't need you to rescue me. You put me into this situation, so I don't even get why you came. But then, while I was there, I didn't think of her. I was just thinking of myself and where to now. And what I can tell you is that my questioning with having to question God was, where were you? I keep on staying at different places. I keep meeting different people, and you are not there for me. And now that all of a sudden I want to take my life, now you want to pull through. Now you want to come through for me and be like, I'm here for you. This is how I was. I'm not lying to you, because I'm a very opinionated person, and everybody that knows me personally knows this about me. I have to question. I don't just go into things without thinking about them. So even it's the same with God. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, God came and then that was it. No, I had to question because I'm a child. I'm going through so much, and being homeless is just one of the things. As I mentioned, I have other issues that I had with family that I can name, but I'm not gonna mention them like in this video now. But as time goes by, I will make it a topic. So when that happened, what was amazing is that I used to pray. I started to pray, not knowing why I'm praying. I asked God, why did it be me? Why had it been me? So like I didn't have those thoughts of, oh, if not me, then who should go through this? Then no, I was like, why me? I mean, I've been going through so much, a lot, and you were not there for me. You were saying that you are a God and we must believe in you, that you are the God that heals, you are the God that provides, and that children are a blessing. And yet I felt like I was cursed. I felt like my life was a curse. I was treated as though I am a curse. Why did you allow me to live? Why did you there are so many situations that happened, that could have happened, that you should have allowed actually to happen. But then you keep allowing me to live. What is the point of allowing me to live and yet I am suffering in this way? Why are you allowing me to be alive? Why am I here if all I am doing is just I'm just suffering? I'm suffering all the time. I'm suffering everywhere. I'm suffocating. My life is just so different from other kids. And not only just in my family, but other kids, they've got moms, they've got people that actually care for them. Do you allow me to stay? Why do you allow me to live? Why did all of this happen and you were watching all along? Where were you? You saying that you are a God and that I'm a child, and then the children, the kids come to me, and yet what about me? Who's gonna take care of me? Why should I take care of myself while you are here? So I had difficulty in accepting God and accepting the plan of God over my life. And especially at that time, I was just 16, 17. I didn't understand the bigger goals. I didn't understand the bigger plan. I didn't understand the big picture. I didn't know that as I do now. But at that time, I was just a kid. I was just a teenager. And I regarded myself as a person who I was investing in myself, and I was trying to invest in myself, in my education, in my future, wanting to be different from the rest, especially in my family. But every time I'm trying to work things out, they're not working. Why? So I really had a difficult time accepting God. I had so many questions as to, if you're the God that you are, why did you allow me to get to this point of where I am in order for you to show yourself that I am here? Did it have to take, these are the questions that I had. Did it have to take you to this? Did it have to take me to be where I am today for you to reach out, for you to say, okay, for you to say, this is a way, for me to give you peace? These are the questions that I had. Why did you allow me to suffer so much? So are you telling me that should things seem a little bit better, I would still be suffering? I had to get to this point in order for me to be in a better place, or to receive peace, or to receive tranquility in a way of, I can provide, I'll be here for you. And these are the questions that I always had as to, I don't want this life. Yes, I survived that but I was like, I don't want this life whereby I'm suffering all the time and I have to reach a near end, then God comes through. That shouldn't be how it. These are the questions that I had. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Don't you think that I deserve a break? Don't you think that I deserve a way out? Don't you think that I deserve at least some kind of help, some kind of rescuing, some kind of care? I remember when I was at the children's home. I don't know why I keep saying children's shelter. There's no word. It's a children's home. Now it's called youth care centers. I remember when I was staying there, my dream was to be adopted. That was a dream that I had. My dream was to be adopted. But I could not be adopted because I was already 16, 17. It's rare. You can't, I mean, the person is almost turning 18. They're almost an adult, but that's the dream that I had. I thought that should I be adopted, I'll live a better life, because I can see when these foster parents come, they fetch the kids that they're fostering for that weekend or for that holiday. And I was so envious. I was so jealous. I want that. I want people to love me. I want people to care for me. I want people to buy me things. I want to belong in a family. And I can't be adopted. No one is going to foster a 16-year-old. I'm already an adult. So they want the younger ones. I'm not the target market. Sorry to put it that way. But I'm not the target market. So what about me? What about me? Others that were the same age as me, they had people that were fetching them, some, because others probably they've got family friends that would like to see them every now and then. For me, completely, it's a no-no with my family. The place that I've stayed in, it was not the best option. It was not the best at all, because I mean, when I look at it now, I'm older, yes, but at that, no child is supposed to be going through that. So many things happen. You meet different kinds of people, and there's no need for someone to go through that, especially a child. And this is a part whereby I find it difficult. I found it difficult that God really was the one who's saying, oh, come, how now I can allow him to work in me and see how this goes. I tried the way of trying to kill myself, and it almost worked, but I am here, I'm still alive. So if this is another option, if this is another way, then let me try it. So eventually, after that service, that first Sunday, when all that happened, when I had gone to church, I started going every Sunday, because whenever I was there, I had peace inside of me. I wasn't speaking to anyone, but every time I went, I'll go attend and then I leave. But then whenever I was there, I would have peace. I would be happy inside. I had something to live for. I don't know what it was at the time, but I had so much hope inside of me, and I couldn't identify what is it exactly, but I knew that when I'm in this presence, I'm good. I'm feeling better about myself. I'm feeling better about my life in a way, in some odd way, but I am. So questioning God is a very important thing to do, especially, for example, you are in a situation and you don't understand as to why are you in the situation. It's very important that you question God. You question why my life, because I'm innocent. I'm in this situation. It's not my doing. In life there are those situations whereby you do it, you cause things, and then there are things that just happen upon us that we didn't have any reason to contribute to those problems. And that was what I was having, questioning my life and saying that I want to get out of this situation. I want to live the best life, but I'm not given the opportunity to rise from it. I'm just having problem after problem, problem after problem. So my life grew out of that situation when I started now to read my Bible. I started to pray. I kept feeling better about myself, trying to feel better. I enjoyed the time of having to feel good, peace, and just being happy. I enjoyed that, and I think that's what allowed me to have now hope to carry on. Did that mean now I was no longer homeless? No, I was still homeless. I was still homeless, but it was now different. It was different because at that time before, I was homeless and I was hopeless. But now I am hopeless. But now I'm homeless, but I'm hopeful, and it was not an easy journey, like where I am now with my journey with God. At that time it was not, but I was loving the moment whereby I can live a day without sorrow. I can live a day without feeling pressed. I can live a day without wanting to die, without fantasizing of ways I can die, without having to think I don't deserve to be here. That break of having at least peace, of having at least a breather about my life, that I am destined for greatness. It may have been my situation coming out of this background, but I'm getting hope now. Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans that I think towards you. I'm now starting to receive hope. The Bible is like my daily motivation. I chose you. On Bible verses that we're talking about orphans, that we're talking about being isolated, that we're talking about being neglected, that we're talking about being rejected. I found hope in those Bible verses that I had. So those Bible verses, because I could relate, they gave me strength, they gave me hope, they gave me, that motivation to live another day. You may be coming from the small of nobody, nothing, no one recognizes you. But here you are. When people look down on you, like, who are you? Look at yourself, where are you coming from? But then these men, they were able to, we all know the story of David and his brothers and how he came about and being known. So they gave me so much hope that I can relate to this Bible verse. So those were what got me going. And they allow me to also understand, yes, I may still be homeless, but now I'm hopeful. I may still be homeless, but now I've got something that I can live for. And I tried to make sure that I'm catching up with my schoolwork. I'm trying to catch up with my life and trying to now see the good side about my life, the good side, and that is me. I am the good side about my life, not anyone else or any other thing. I am the good side because I was able to make it. After all these times, here I am. I'm still standing, and I'm hopeful. So I need to look at myself. I need to build myself. And how can I build myself? So those were the things that now I was now trying to adventure, trying to explore about me, about my life, what I want to accomplish. What is it that I can bring change to? What am I made for? My name is Star. I'm a star, which means that even though I'm in darkness, I still shine. I give light. I need to give light to myself. So those are the things that I found with God, in God, and it helped me. I won't lie to you and say, oh, this and it's God. You may not believe in God. I don't know. I know that many people watch my videos and you may not believe in God, and that's fine. It's totally okay. Trust me, it is okay. But for me personally, I will tell you today, I am standing today and I am where I am today because God, He's the one who gave me the strength. God has been my pillar of strength. It has not been easy, but I can tell you, if it was just me as a person, Naledi only, I would never have made it. Do you know what it's like to keep getting rejected at places and you always getting a no, but then you go back? That takes some sort of great motivation for you, because I always say, it says in your word, this is what must happen. Even though I'm going to get a no, I'm going to go back and I'm going to accomplish, and I do. It's only been God. And from going to questioning God and now standing firm in God, it's still not easy. It's still not, roses. And it's not like my homelessness issue went away just like that. It didn't. I was still homeless, but inside of me, I had gratitude. Inside of me, I was a winner. Inside of me, I no longer dreaded life. Inside of me, I was at peace, and that's what I needed at the time, just to get me going. My emotional state, my psychological state, it helped me a lot, and that's what I was grateful for. I have not questioned God. I don't think I would have understood that. So it's important to question God. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into all and be like, I'm not a preacher, guys. I'm not a pastor's wife either. So it gave me hope. We are different people. Different things give us hope. But for me, it was God. In my situation, I was alone. God is the person that came through for me when I had absolutely no one at all in my life. And Friday, I want to talk about how I went from being homeless but hopeful, and how did I maintain that, because I continued being homeless. I continued not having a place called home. I continued the life that I had. Sometimes people think that just because oh, God helped you, or this situation or this belief system that you holding on to, it comes in your life that moment and changes your life completely, and you're no longer facing what you were facing. No, I was still homeless. I was very much homeless still, and I want to explore and share with you, how I maintained to have a happy life, to building a happy life, to building a strong life, to building my life as a star, building my life to be where I am, how I maintained that being homeless still. I was homeless, but I didn't allow that to define me, and I had been allowing that to define me when I was growing up. And next week I want to go on and and share with you how, not next week, this Friday, I want to open up that and share with you how I moved from not allowing being homeless to define me, to define my goals, to define my vision, and the vision that I actually had. Many of you know I love working with people. In my situation, you wouldn't want to work with people, or because, I'm not gonna go into it yet, but this Friday I will. So I just want to say thank you. Let's continue watching, commenting, and sharing with people. I hope that you forgive me and that you'll be ready again this Friday by 8 o'clock in the morning. And I hope that this video, it really helped you in a way. I know I didn't go deep. As I said, I won't go deep because I also have other plans about this homelessness issue. So I don't want to give out everything on the videos, but where I can share and give out, I will do that. And I'll see you. I'll see you this Friday by 8 o'clock in the morning. Bye-bye.